Hello students, how are you? I hope all of you are well and hearty. I am also fine. Welcome to Uksha High School online class. I am Uzzal Kumar Bairagi, Assistant Teacher English, Uksha High School, Kariganj, Satkhira. Today I will discuss about English second paper for class 7. Dear students, look at the board please. Here I have written some sentences. Number 1, I read a story book. She reads a novel. Number 3, they are playing football. Number 4, I enjoyed the match. Number 5, we have won the game. These are some sentences and please look at the board, dear students. Here reads, playing, enjoyed, own. Read here in this sentence, read is a verb, reads is a verb, playing is a verb, enjoyed verb, main verb or principal verb, and own, this is a main verb or principal verb. So here we can see that read, reads, reading, enjoyed, own. Some different form of verb. So dear students, can you guess what we will learn today? Yes, I hope you have understood. Today we will learn right form of verbs. Right form of verbs. Right form of verbs. Today our lesson is right form of verbs. So dear students, if we follow our online classes, I hope you will be benefited. So I am trying to teach you how we can easily answer this question. I mean right form of verb. In your question paper, when you will answer, then you have to learn some rules. Then you will easily answer these questions. So I am trying to teach you some rules and examples for your examination. Here we see that I read a storybook. Here I subject, read is main verb. Number 2, she reads a novel. Here she is the subject and reads main verb or principal verb. So here read and here reads. There is a difference between read and reads. So if we learn the rules, then you will easily understood why and when we will change read and reads. So I am going to teach you number 1 rule. Number 1 rule. If we see that in a sentence where subject is first person, if subject is in a sentence, if we find subject is first person, second person and third person plural number, then our principal verb will base form. You have to write base form of principal verb. When if we find in a sentence our subject is first person, second person and third person plural. Here I is first person. You know that dear students, there are 3 kinds of persons. First person, second person and third person. And you also know that there are 2 kinds of number. Singular number, number 1 and number 2, plural number. So if here you second person I, first person, they, third person, and plural number. Third person, plural number. There are more words for first person, second person, and third person, but I am giving some of the words first person, second person, or third person examples. Here I read a story book. So there is no sense of read, and you have to know that you have to learn how kinds of form we can use for main verb. So for number 2 this example is enough, and you can also see that you go to school. You go to school. You go to school. Here there is no sense of go. This principle is no sense. So rule number 1, if we find in a sentence our subject, if our subject is first person, second person, and third person plural number, then there is no sense of main verb or principal verb. And I hope you have understood. You can take a screenshot. Okay. Now I am going to teach you rule number 2. Rule number 2. Rule number 1, we found first person, second person, and third person plural. But for rule 2, if we find in a sentence our subject is only third person and singular number. If we find our subject in a sentence third person and singular number, then we have to add s or es with our principal verb. I am giving an example. Dear students, I hope you will follow our online classes, and if you regular follow our online classes, it will be very easy to answer all the questions in your coming exam. So I am giving an example for rule number 2. She eat her breakfast at 8 a.m. This is a sentence. Here, dear students, look at the board. She is subject, and eat main verb or principal verb. So for number rule 2, if we find third person and singular number of the same subject, here she is third person and she is singular number, so you have to add s or es with this main or principal verb. So you have to write she eats. You have to add only s here. Sometimes you have to add es, or sometimes you have to add s, only s. So here only s will add with it. She eats her breakfast at 8 a.m. I hope you have understood. I am going to teach you. I am giving another example. Raju drink tea every morning. Raju drink tea every morning. Here Raju is subject and Raju is third person and singular number. For this you have to add s, drinks. You have to add s and that one, this word will change drinks tea every morning. So dear students, I hope you have understood. You can take a screenshot for rule number 2. Okay, dear students, I am going to teach you rule number 3. Rule number 3. In a sentence, if we find always, regularly, sometimes, okay, I am writing these words. Regularly, sometimes, daily, every day, usually, normally, if we find etc, etc, etc. If we find regularly, sometimes, daily, every day, usually, normally, etc. words in a sentence, then this sentence will change according to simple present tense. Simple present tense or present indefinite tense. For this, you have to learn the rules of simple present tense. The structure of simple present tense. Simple present tense structure: subject plus main verb base form plus object or extension. According to simple present tense, you have to answer your question in this way: subject plus base form of main verb plus object or extension. You have to change here, not here and here. You have to change this main verb or principal verb. So I am giving an example. My father read Gita every day. My father read Gita every day. And here, rule number 3, we have found every day. Here, every day, if we find in the sentence these words, you have to change this main verb according to simple present tense. That means base form of this principal verb. So for third person singular number, you have to add only s. My father reads Gita every day. You have to add only yes for your answer. I hope you have understood rule number 3. I am giving another example. Hira go to school daily. Hira go to school daily. Here daily. We see that daily is found for rule number 3. Here daily. For this reason, you have to change this principal verb according to simple present tense. So here we see that this verb, this sentence, Hira is third person and singular number. For this reason, you have to add es, goes. You have to add es with this principal verb go. So you have to write Hira goes to school daily. Hira goes to school daily. Dear students, you can take a screenshot for rule number 3. Okay. Dear students, Uksha High School online class is regularly continue for all of you. So I request all the students to follow our classes. I am going to teach you another rule. Rule number 4. Rule number 4. If we find in a sentence now, at this moment, at present, in a sentence. If we find now, at this moment, at present, in a sentence, then the sentence will change according to present progressive tense. Present progressive tense or present continuous tense. Present progressive tense. And for present progressive tense, you have to learn the structure of present progressive tense. I hope all of you have learned the structure of present progressive tense, but I am giving the structure for you. The structure of present progressive tense: subject plus am, is or are plus principal verb ing plus object or extension. In this way, you have to change the form of principal verb. That means ing will add with principal verb for present progressive tense. If we find now, at this moment, at present, in a sentence, then you have to change this form. That means ing form of principal verb. I am giving an example for rule number 4. Mita go to school now. Mita go to school now. Here this verb is not correct. For now, you have to change this principal verb according to present progressive tense. That means this form will add. So ing, Mita going, but am is are. You have to add am is are. Mita is going to school now. You have to write is going. If you find only go in your question paper, then you have to add is going for your answer. Your answer will is going, not going, not only going. You have to add is going. Mita is going to school now. I am giving another example. At present, she is working. At present, she is working. Here, work is principal verb. So, for present progressive tense, you have to change is working. If you find work in your question paper, then you have to change is working for your answer. I hope all of you have understood this rule number 4. So dear students, I am going to teach you rule number 5. Rule number 5. If we find in a sentence just now, already, yet, still, lately, etc. If we find just now, already, yet, still, lately, etc. words in a sentence, then you have to change the principal verb according to present perfect tense. According to present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. So, for present perfect tense, you have to learn the structure of present perfect tense. I hope you have learned the structure of present perfect tense. Here, you have to write subject plus have or has plus main verb past participle form. Past participle form of main verb plus object or extension. Subject plus have or has plus past participle form of main verb or principal verb plus object or extension. In this way, you have to answer your question. So, I am giving an example for rule number 5. I have received your letter just now. I have received your letter just now. For here we see that just now is in our sentence. So for just now you have to write according to present perfect tense. That means past participle form of main verb. Here have or has, have written have and received. The main form of base form of principal verb is receive, and you have to sense received, and you have to add have. If you find only received in your question paper, then you have to sense have received. I hope you have understood this rule number 5. I am giving another example. He has already completed his work. He has already completed his work. So here you can see that has and completed. For already you have to sense has or completed. So I hope you have understood these rules and examples. So dear students, thank you very much. You will follow, I hope you will follow our classes, you will follow our guideline. Because of COVID-19, you can't come to school, but read attentively, stay home, and before going outside from your home, you of course you have to use mask, of course. So thank you dear students. See you in my next class. Thank you everyone.